Rising above the clouds, these volcanoes are evidence of the forces that have helped shape the diverse landscapes of New Zealand today. New Zealand is located on a band of volcanic activity known as the Pacific Ring of Fire. How were these volcanoes created? And what are their characteristics? What are the dangers posed by volcanic events? And what is being researched to investigate the forces beneath New Zealand? Three of New Zealand's largest volcanoes are located within the Tongariro National Park in the North Island.
Volcanoes are an ever-present threat in New Zealand. They spew gas, lava and ash, and they can blow their top suddenly with little warning. We're going to explore where they are, how they work, and what might happen to us should they explode again in the future. It's the movement of tectonic plates that causes volcanoes, and here we're on the boundary of two of them. We have the thin, dense crust of the Pacific plate, which is riding up against the thick, buoyant crust of the Australian plate. When the two of them come together, the oceanic plate slides below. As it slides below, it heats up and releases water, creating magnets. We call this process subduction, and subduction is occurring all around the Pacific plate, causing the ring of fire, with volcanoes in New Zealand, America, Japan and Indonesia. The heat that's driving this process is generated by raging nuclear fission deep in the earth. This is quite ironic for a country like New Zealand, which considers itself nuclear free.
At the collision point of the Pacific and Australian plates, two quite separate movements of the Earth's crust are occurring. To the northeast, the Australian plate is diving beneath the Pacific plate. To the southwest, the reverse is occurring, with the Pacific plate being subducted beneath the Australian plate. Sitting between these two immense sections of the Earth's crust, New Zealand is being twisted and stretched. Eruptions on varying scales occur frequently, and volcanism has been responsible for many of New Zealand's geographical features, especially in the North Island.
Ruapehu is one of our most active volcanoes. It's been erupting for around 350,000 years. On average, every 50 years it produces a major eruption. And these last two eruptions have been the biggest to affect New Zealand over the last 125 years.
As well as ash, boiling water and steam was blasted thousands of meters into the air. Rocks were catapulted out of its crater, landing up to 1.5 kilometers away. These powerful eruptions from beneath New Zealand have occurred over millions of years, with the first recorded volcanic event in 200 AD. Volcanism in all its forms will persist for millennia to come.
Explosive, ash-producing eruptions will continue to occur in New Zealand. Our risk is increasing with our population growing and our ever-increasing reliance on technology. Thankfully though, our research is world-leading in the areas of ash impacts and mitigation of those impacts on our electricity supplies, on our water and our farms. The key thing though now is to make sure that these plans are in place and people know how to deal with the impacts of poisonous ash as it falls on our landscape and on our cities.
The first people to witness the impacts of New Zealand's early eruptions were the Maori. who are the indigenous people. These events became part of their oral tradition, Mātauranga Māori.